Welcome to Spirits and Screams.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Spirits and Screams. Tonight we are taking a look at a supernatural horror movie from 2019 called The Vigil. This one was recommended to me by my good friend Mayanne from @Cinderhella. She's on YouTube, so go check her out and sub to her channel. I think she's really close to 1,000 subs. She might even be there already by the time I upload this, but go check her out. She is the sweetest sweetheart in the horror community on here. And I have all of her socials linked in the description box below, so go check her out. I'm really excited to talk about this one, but I'm gonna say up front, I'm gonna try to make this one about a 12-minute video. A little bit shorter for the next couple of videos so that I can upload more for you. I'm still gonna be doing the deep dive 30-minute, 40-minute videos that I normally do, but I just thought I'd pick up the pace a little bit so I can get some more content going, because I've been kind of slipping. I've been doing too many videos, few and far between for my liking. So let's see if I can not be as yappy tonight. Just so you know, this video will have no spoilers, so if you haven't seen this movie yet, it's perfectly safe and fine. The Vigil from 2019. A young man agrees to fulfill the ritualistic duties of a shomer and sit in vigil over a dead body, but realizes something is very wrong when he arrives at the dilapidated house. Directed by Keith Thomas, starring Dave Davis, Fred Melamed, and Lynn Cohen. Okay, so this is sort of a Jewish, religious-based film, kind of. Not very preachy or anything like that. I found it really interesting. And the visuals and the score right off the top are phenomenal. So creepy and so haunting. So there's this guy, and his name's Ronan, and he lives in Brooklyn, and a few years back, he suffered a really traumatic event, and it's still bothering him a lot, so he's having a hard time getting back on his feet. And he ultimately needs to make some cash to pay the bills. So he decides agrees to take on this job, looking over this dead body in vigil, you know, like a ceremony that they kind of go through from their religion. And he agrees to do this. He's, you know, thinking, I can do it, it's no big deal. He goes to this big old house that's very dark. It's at nighttime. And the wife of this man that has passed away, she's elderly, and she's not, you know, doing as well as she used to, and she's going through this really horrible time. And she doesn't think he's going to be a good fit at all for this job, but there's no one else to do it, so he's going to do it. And he gets set up, and he's sitting, and this body is like across from him on a table in the dark with the white sheet over it. So right off the top, it's a pretty creepy setup. You know, you definitely feel like something's going to happen. It's very atmospheric in that way. And so there he is sitting, and you get this feeling of tension that he's suffering from a lot of stuff from his past that he's still dealing with, and you're not really quite sure if he's okay to handle this kind of thing or what. And I guess I should say that the elderly couple went through the Holocaust, so there's just lots of weird stuff going on there. And it gets very strange very quickly. The elderly widow, she goes upstairs into the darkness, up this very dark old staircase to go to bed, you know, to sleep so that he can look after her husband. And that scene right there just freaked me out so bad. That whole idea of that just terrifies me. Back in the day, I grew up in a house, and a lot of my friends had houses and that kind of thing. So I just always remember staircases and stuff being a really scary thing, especially when it was dark. You know, double stepping it up the stairs to get away from something, like something was going to get you. I always find that really creepy in a horror movie. So there she goes up the stairs, very tense, and he gets settled in. He's kind of texting this girl that he's just recently connected with. They're eventually going to go on a date, and he's kind of talking with her. So he's got that kind of outlet for himself, that safeguard, you know, having that person kind of on the other end of the phone. But he hears all kinds of weird thumps and noises and stuff coming from upstairs where the old lady is. This is so scary. I don't think I could ever do this job. I don't care how much I got paid to do it, but really, really creepy. So the whole thing's really claustrophobic because you're in this small house that's very dark and creepy. And on one side, you got this guy under the sheet. And on the other side, you've got this dark staircase upstairs with this woman who almost seems a little off too, you know, like something creepy could be there as well. And this poor guy's got to sit there and just ride out the evening. And there are times where he dozes off and has these weird dreams and that kind of thing. Oh, it just very, very tense. And I love how they filmed it because you have all these sort of wide-angled shots and very still within the room and sometimes close-ups and stuff, and you're constantly looking around in the darkness to see if you can find anything as everything's going on. So it's very scary. And even though it's very darkly lit, it's lit enough that you can kind of see everything, and it really works. I really love that. It didn't bother me at all having that. It made it much more, it got me captivated much more. It's the kind of film that I really enjoy, and I know my friend Mayanne really knows the kind of stuff that I like, because that's, I'm sure, why she recommended this one to me. But she really liked it too. So I hope you guys get to check it out because it'd be really cool to chat about it. I'd never heard about it before, so this was the first time. I missed a lot of movies from that time period. There's always so many movies that we miss, right? That we don't hear about in the moment and hear about them later. So I love when people recommend stuff like this to me. We're made to wonder whether Ronan is just going crazy and it's all in his mind, or whether there's actually something sinister going on. You're not really sure. So Ronan's job is to protect her husband's soul. And the wife is wondering from what, you know? And so that kind of opens the idea up that is evil lurking there and able to come through a door opened by the tragedies that these people have happened all around them. Kind of really makes you think. Absolutely love the concept of this movie. This movie made me think back to when I was younger and first learning about Catholicism, and how I learned that a lot of different religions have a connection with their belief in the devil, demons, you know, something evil, that kind of thing. Even though they have different opinions about it, they still have a kind of connectedness about it. And I love that movie because it made me think of that. I love exploring those themes, and I don't believe in one way, you know. I love learning about all that kind of thing, and this movie kind of made me inspired by that again, and it's something that I want to get into more and study more about, aside from doing the movie reviews. So I thought that was really cool. And there are jump scares in this one, but they really work and it's really fun. But I gotta say, the score is absolutely stunning. It's amazing. It makes it so creepy and it's so different. I think for me, that's one thing that makes or breaks a film, is the sound, you know, that when it's quiet when it needs to be, and when there's music or noises or sounds when it needs to be too. I don't like when things are kind of overdone and too dramatic and crazy, but this was subtle and really, really well done. So Ronan throughout this film is really terrified and losing it and unsure and freaked out. You know, he's having dreams. He's in a setting that's really scary, you know, and it really made me think about how when you hear sometimes a story that really gets under your skin and really gets to you, and how much it can freak you out and you lose sleep and you just can't stop thinking about it and that kind of thing. This movie really made me feel that way, and I love that in a horror film. We learn about the old couple's obsession studying this demon called Mazik, which is in Jewish mythology, and in Aramaic it translates into those who harm. That's what the name comes from. And yeah, it just, that whole idea is really, really scary. I would love to look that up and explore more and see if it's actually a real thing or whether it's just made up in this film. I'm not going to tell you anything that happens with that part of it, but anyways, pretty creepy. Another sound that we hear throughout is like bones cracking or breaking at different moments. Oh, so cringy, so creepy. I know a couple of my friends would be really freaked out by that, but it was really effective. It's all very simplistically filmed, but really effective at being creepy. It really is. This movie really reminded me of the 2014 film Last Shift, or its remake, Malum, from, I forget, 2023 or something like that, that I reviewed before. It really gave me those kinds of vibes. It's got that same kind of feel to it. It's kind of creepy and dark and simple, and I don't know, just really scary. And once again, I love how they played with the concepts of, is it actually demonic possession, or is it, you know, someone facing their fears and going through something really traumatic and coming out the other end. I love that kind of thing where you're not sure. Love it. And this definitely has those elements in it that are really fun. But like I say, I'm not going to tell you what happens in the end. To me, it's very dark and very thought-provoking, and that's all I need in a good horror film. The acting was really well done in this, really amazing. Very heart-wrenching, but really weird at the same time too. Very strange and very peculiar, like this thing that you're thrown into. Very short period of time, but it kind of made me want to see more. I wanted to watch more of it too. I don't know if there's any other movies after this one or not. I haven't really looked into it, but let me know if there is, because I could watch more of this kind of stuff. So the ending is kind of open-ended somewhat, and I'm not going to tell you what happens or anything like that, but it's open to interpretation, I think. All the parts of it are. And super cool. I want to watch it again, actually, because I'm sure that there were a lot of little things in the darkness that I missed and didn't see that were there that made it really, really creepy. Thanks, man, for recommending this one. You really know my taste in movies, that's for sure. I really loved it. Very atmospheric, very creepy, very supernatural without it being in your face. No cliches. None of that garbage that we've seen in the last couple of years. Really, really cool. I really enjoyed it. So for my review, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. A spiritual sensation, a devilishly good time. You guys, if you haven't seen this one, The Vigil from 2019, go check it out because it's super fun. And I really want to hear your thoughts and comments below. Let's do long comments so that we can talk about this stuff, because you know I love to talk. All right, you guys, if you like this video, don't forget to give me a like because it helps me out a lot, and subscribe to the channel only if you want to. And you can be part of the community and we can chat and watch these movies together. I'm going to do a test live stream to see if I can go live again soon. Figure it out and not get kicked off the internet like I was before. And I might be doing live streams again, you guys. So stay tuned for that, for sure. Okay, you guys, this was super fun. Please go check out Mayan's channel, Cinderella. I'll have that linked in the description box below. She's really awesome. She does cool unboxing. She's got lots of collectibles, movie reviews. She knows all the movies. So, you know, I'm sure she could tell you about all of them. And a big thank you to her for recommending this because I really enjoyed watching it. It was a lot of fun. We'll see you soon, man. And you guys have a really great evening. We'll see you again on the next one. Bye, guys.